parts of today, Stephanie, that are enshrined and codified in the Constitution. Of course, the presidential oath itself, that's right there. Now, the oath that vice presidents take, not necessarily there either. They can do as they see fit. It's not too far off from the presidential oath, but the presidential oath is in the Constitution. The date, January 20th, that's in the Constitution, albeit by amendment as well. So I thought it just kind of underscores the fact that most of today is tradition, is pomp, is circumstance, is pageantry. So I thought that was interesting for our American history buffs out there.
And, you know, even though these traditions are not as long-standing as some other countries, these are, you know, really held, you know, close to the hearts of those here in the United States, you know, really signaling that new frontier and now making this our own as we continue to look, as you were mentioning, Andrew, the who's who of the business world and also the soon-to-be, you know, possible cabinet picks right there, as we see some are posing for pictures. But what a moment in history as we continue to await the inauguration ceremony to get underway, and just taking a look right now, Andrew, of what is to come. Of course, the schedule did have to be adapted because this is no longer going to be held outside, but just to let our viewers know, you know, what they can expect. We are expecting the Vances and the Trumps to be introduced. We're also expecting House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Thune and Senator Klobuchar. They will be introduced as well. And then finally, President-elect Donald Trump will be introduced. That really begins, you know, the official, the call to order, which Senator Klobuchar will issue. And then the swearing-in ceremony begins, also, and different perhaps from President-elect Trump's first swearing-in ceremony. You know, who is going to be performing? Carrie Underwood is set to perform America the Beautiful. And then after that, that is when J.D. Vance will be sworn in as vice president, and finally Trump sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. But just wanted, and we can see the justices right there. I did want to raise the audio so we can continue to listen in.
Here with my colleague Stephanie Quinu. I want to thank everyone for being with us. We're just a little past the 10 a.m. Eastern hour. Stephanie, to your point, we just saw the justices of the Supreme Court. I believe all 9 of them in attendance, but also I've spotted there former Justice Stephen Breyer, who retired during the Biden presidency, and that is how we got Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first African-American female on the court there. So Breyer in attendance, which I thought was interesting. Also wanted to highlight just some of the excerpts that we have gotten from Trump's second inaugural speech that will be delivered in about an hour's time. He says this: My message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. To my point, Stephanie, going into this weekend and now today, the social scene of Washington is full on MAGA. And I don't say that as an opinion or as a subjective statement. It really is. It's such a departure. It's such a shift from how the Trump folks were welcomed into Washington in 2017 after his shocking electoral upset, his defeat of Hillary Clinton. And now we see members of the Trump family, his children there. Interesting.
Start whistling and turn my mic up too much. I don't know why. I use these walls to track whether or not you're in a mission. You can only do one at a time. If you try and start another mission and there's one active, if you own this, it'll tell you. That's what this no one is. If you own this and you're there, it'll tell you you must complete current mission before starting a new one. Playing names.
Ladies and gentlemen, former Vice Presidents, the Honorable Dan Quayle, accompanied by Mrs. Marilyn Quayle, and the Honorable Michael Pence.
Did you say Honorable Mike Pence? Mike Pence is a traitor. Nice idea, bro. Nice Mike Pence.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 42nd President of the United States, the Honorable William J. Clinton, accompanied by the Honorable Hillary Rodham Clinton.
No, come on, man. Honorable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 43rd President of the United States, the Honorable George W. Bush, accompanied by Mrs. Laura Bush. Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
But Obama wasn't attending. I was told Obama wasn't going to be there. That's funny. He showed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Justice of the United States, the Honorable John G. Roberts, Jr., and the Associate Justices of the Supreme Court of the United States.
Where's the audio keep going? Was like they just going quiet?
Tiffany Trump and Barron Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, escorting Dr. Biden and Mr. Emhoff, the Republican Staff Director of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, Ms. Emily Leviner, the Senate Secretary for the Minority, the Honorable Gary Myrick, the House of Representatives Chief Administrative Officer, the Honorable Catherine Spindor, and Mr. Bruce Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jill Biden and Mr. Douglas Emhoff.
actually about to start the whole. They're playing hymns, boy. Beast. That works. Yeah, is that way better? Why are they showing Jill Biden? Who cares? Get her off the screen. Why is Arby's texting me? Arby's is like, get food.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing "Oh America," please welcome the Armed Forces Chorus and America's tenor, Christopher D. Macchio.
Oh, they gotta play rock music. Do you speak English? Not even showing the guy who's singing. Where is he? Sounds like Tom and Jerry scene. Like those opera episodes. Is he speaking English though? What is he saying? Oh, that may seem...
The Honorable Jackie Barber, the Clerk of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Kevin F. McCumber, Mr. John Bessler, Mrs. Kelly Johnson, Mrs. Iris Weinshaw Schumer, and Mrs. Jennifer Scalise.
What? I got taken down on YouTube. What policy violations? My face is in it.